Came on a little bit later today. Not much going on. Some old shit. My bad.
Or two up and I
Changing the title right now. I did the polls already. It's supposed to be a new event. I think tomorrow or tonight. I think it's tonight actually. It's that Fort build that what's it called? Tower defense. It shouldn't take. Oh shit! I should only be on max 2 hours. Be right back. Sorry about that. Yeah, like I said, it's just gonna be like a 2 hour max stream. It's available now. Oh. I forgot to do my lightning bonus. Okay.
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems. Ready for trial? I want to help.
matters what you give them. I think it's just the additional bonus is different. I don't really think it matters. You can give them anything and they'll just still eat it. But yeah, it wasn't exactly what I was looking for. Like, I'm gonna still give you the reward.
Another test subject.
Delve into testing. Stay clear. Fate is upon you. Knuckle the flame. Ba-boom! Yeah. That's right. Don't be reckless. His cannon was. Show me Shadows of fate. Animal test 6308. Delve into test. Stay clear. Swirl, Mark 2. Written in the stars. Invisible evidence. It's a journey.
Help this thing. Yeah, that's pretty bullshit. Fucking call the samurais to help him too. It's like, okay, that's kind of bullshit.
Animal test 6308. Absorption test. Let me slide. Motion to compel.
So bullshit, it's terrible.
Animal test 6308. Delve into testing. His cannon was.
Just three healers. So bullshit. There's three healers, man. They're all just healing each other. Okay, bad. Let's take this one. Usually don't run away, but yeah, there's no way I'm gonna beat this. These 3 healers is such bullshit.
Let's dance.
Fine.
Stay clear. Delve into destiny. Lucky strike. Motion to compel.
Why that guy came and helped. Wasn't even anywhere close. Yes, I don't know if I can beat this.
Delve into destiny. Incinerate. Deciding of destiny. Shall we? Shadows absorption test. Riveted stops. Delve into this animal 60 real. Swirl, Mark 2. Incinerate. I'll protect us. Shadows of fate. Boom! Lucky strike. Motion to compel.
Yes. Samurai and the winning boss.
Boba, get them! Speed of light! Last dance. Born of ice and frost. Use the fire. With swords and staff. Nice spike. For Rex Office. Nice spike. All hail. Nowhere to hide. Don't blink. Born of ice and frost. Speed of light. Next on the agenda. Born of ice and frost. To the tape. Don't blink. Go, farther, go. No touching.
What's up, Red Comment? How you doing, dude? I haven't seen you in a while. What's up with you, dude? Been kind of a ghost. What you been up to? You still playing? You're still playing Strive? I gave up on that game, dude. I'm waiting for the next character update. I mean, not like anything's gonna change mechanic wise. Just see if it's an interesting character. But yeah, are you still playing Strive or no? Oh, you're going back to school. Oh, nice, nice, dude. Go back to college. That's cool. Haven't been doing much, just working, fixing up my home. I tried to do the arcade mode. I haven't even tried it. I haven't even done the story mode in Strive, dude. Like, I have no interest.
Get them! You're toast! When the storm comes down, don't blink! We're waiting on schedule. Speed of light!
He just got tired and gave up. Yeah, I was trying to enjoy the game, man, but I just couldn't do it. I was trying. I really was, and I was just like, nah. That's no good. I felt like I was forcing myself to play it just because, it's Guilty Gear. I love Guilty Gear. Not this Guilty Gear. Hashtag not my Guilty Gear. I mean, it's just an arcade mode, dude. It's not like you get anything for doing it. It's just an achievement, I guess. It's that important to you.
Born of ice and frost. Blaze over. No more cops. Fire.
You truly are a fighting game player. I guess. I mean, I don't know. I can see where you're coming from. I mean, fighting games are mostly from the competitive aspect of it. You know, from fighting real people. Unless you don't care about that. I mean, I don't like particularly like playing the computer unless there's a story mode that I care about, or again if it unlocks stuff, then I'll do it. But playing the arcade mode, not really my thing. Human opponents are a lot more fun to play than a computer. Yeah, the new Melty Blood looks amazing. I think the new Melty Blood is going to be really intimidating. Because I've seen, from what I've seen in the videos, I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm legit a little nervous. Because it's looking it looks really hardcore. Looks like they're not pulling any punches on this new one. The only thing I notice is the way way you fall in that game. It seems like every hit you do, it kind of pushes you away. So I think it's to prevent. Wrong characters. I think it's to prevent infinites. So I didn't notice that when they fall, they kind of fall away from you. Like, it seems to push you further away. So I'm wondering if that way combos, because in normal Melty Blood, man, you can do some long combos. Like, ridiculously long.
Why do new explorers make the same mistakes?
Well, they have the parry. The parry is very, very useful. I think the parry is a lot more useful than in Uniel. Uniel parry is so dangerous to use because if you use parry, you breaks your meter gauge at the bottom if you fail. So it's like, ugh, that's nasty. So it basically, and you don't see a lot of players use parry that much in Uniel, but in Melty Blood, there's no penalty for you. I think the only thing is if you miss parry, I think you get counter hitted, but it's not like you lose your super meter. Like that's really harsh in Uniel. You get punished really hard. Yeah, I mean, I like Guilty Gear for its offense and defense, but man, defense in Strive is crap, man. It's like the mechanics just don't work. Like you don't really see. There's no really reason to instant block or nothing. I really don't see much benefit to it. They need to improve the defensive options, and they also need to improve the offensive options. They're both lacking. But there's a lot of characters that just get away with bloody murder just because there's nothing to retaliate. The defense just gets stomped on.
Nowhere to hide. Access denied.
Yeah, I think the burst. I don't like how burst is now because it's fully invincible. I don't like that. I liked it better when you could burst bait. So you know when people could throw you out of the burst, you can't do that anymore. But I also hate the fact that when you block a burst, it's like, man, you're gone. You block a burst, you're fucking dead. So it's like, it's really harsh. Like the burst just, I don't like the way burst is now. I like Exerg's and XX's burst much better because I think there's more anticipation factor and it's more difficult to reward because you have to be like on it. You have to be like, oh, you see somebody burst, you got to be really fast at grabbing them. Or you block and then you do like an air retaliation because if you let them land, they can block. I don't know. I just felt like it felt more rewarding to punish somebody when they burst plate. Now it just feels like you're just handing it to them. I don't like that. Oh, really? You're still 35? Yeah, I'm 57, dude. I still play every day. But I just finished the latest update, which was amazing. It's just it's already over. Kind of got me bored. I'm bored again. I finished everything already in the new update, so kind of disappointed me. Went through it too fast. 'Cause I like working on stuff and keeping busy. But then I took care of everything. I'm like, oh, well, so much for that. I don't like. I like the Roman cancel for like. I like the drift cancel. The drift cancel is really cool. I don't like the universal Roman cancel. What is it called? What's it called? Not slashback. Where you the alpha counter. I don't like how. I like the old alpha counter where everybody had a unique um, alpha counter move. Now it's just everybody just uses the yellow burst. I'm like, that's kind of takes away from the uniqueness. You know, it's like again homogenizing things. You're making everybody have a universal thing. You know, everybody has a universal burst. I mean, everybody has a universal defensive Roman cancel. Everybody has universal Gatlings. You know, it's like, but that makes everything feel homogenized. Just nothing feels unique. Your character is like it's like oh, it's a one size fits all, and I don't like that. Like it's nice when every character feels drastically different, playing by their own rules. Like that makes them a lot more interesting. But you know, when you just make everything the same, aside from the special moves, you know, it doesn't really feel that unique. They basically want you where you can just jump into any character and just start playing, and it's like, ugh. I actually liked enjoyed learning characters. Now you don't really need to do that as much. I don't like that. You discover things like way too fast. I think you're sealing out too quick. If you're like a casual that doesn't play fighting games, sure, it's okay for you. But for people that want something more, I think those people are going to be craving more. Like you wish there was more, and then also the damage. I hate the damage. Everybody, I think majority of people do not like the damage because the matches just go by stupid fast. Combos are stupid short, do too much damage. It's like, man, like why is the match over so fast? Why do you get so much reward off a single hit? It's just like, oh look, bam, half your life. I'm like, okay. Yeah, it's like so much reward for little effort. I don't like that. like before on Guilty Gear, when you did a combo, you capitalize on that damage. You know, there was a lot of effort involved. Yeah, dead angle. Thank you. Yeah, Exertmaid was so much fun, man. She's so boring in fucking Strive, dude. Like, May is like one of my favorite characters. Like, I used May in Exert. She wasn't my best character, but she was like my third best. And man, I used to do so much shit with her. Now you play her now, she's just such a boring version of herself. Just spam dolphin and just jumping hard slash and shit. You see it in high level play too. Like they that's all they do. She's got godly neutral. You know, you play her more like a Street Fighter character, and it's like, oh my god, it's so boring. So boring, man. Well, a lot of my friends dropped Guilty Gear. Played it all at launch, and most of them quit. I don't blame them. I really don't. I was like, oh yeah, get that shit out of here. Get that shit out of here, man. Take that shit and shove it up your ass. Yeah, May is like the most boring character. May's probably the most boring character. I hate the fact I don't even like her new super. I want the killer whale. I prefer the spin super. I think that's a lot cooler move. I don't like her jump at the killer whale. I liked it better when she used to spin around and shoot the killer whale at the end. I thought that looked cooler. Because she had 3 supers before in Exert. Granted, 2 of them were very similar. So, I mean, I agree not having both of them because they're way too similar. Way too similar. So I agree with that. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, but yeah, she's like kind of like a guile now. Just Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom. Again, I don't like a lot of people disagree with us. You know, they say, "Oh no, you just don't see the magic of the game." Like, no, I see the magic. The lack of it. I see the lack of magic in the game. This is no thing. There was a new event today. I guess that's tomorrow. Maybe it's tomorrow or Saturday. I thought it was going on already. I was wrong. Yeah, like anything is better than Strive May. Strive May, I'll be honest too. I mean, she's cute, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't like the way they made her look, especially with the tattoos. Why does May wear tattoos? I don't know. That just sounds out of character for her. Like, May is, like, rebellious and wears tattoos. Like, the heart tattoos on her legs. And it just looks weird. It's because I see May as a very innocent girl. And I don't know. That seems kind of rebellious, like, to me. Like, why would you wear tattoos? With the backpack. The backpack I understand, but it's just like tattoos? Like, I'm confused. I don't know. What message are you trying to convey with this character? I don't understand. That's just me. I don't get it. Yeah, they're hearts, but they're still tattoos. It's just weird to me. That's all. I mean, it's not like I'm against tattoos. It's just for May's personality. She's a very sweet, just a very nice girl, and it just seems like you're trying to, like, I don't know, prove that you're older or something. I don't know. That could be it. Maybe it's her rebellious side trying to say, "Hey, I'm a big girl." Like, look at me, I got a tattoo. I could totally see that. Her doing that on purpose just to show that she's older. Because she doesn't like being treated like a kid. Because she's in Xrd, she's 22 years old. Which you find that out in the storyline if you actually play Xrd Sign Story. She'll actually say her age. It's a small cutscene where Chip is asking her, "How old are you?" And then she mumbles it. And I thought that was so cute because she doesn't like telling people how old she is. Because people think she's like a little 13-year-old kid. Her body hasn't matured. She looks like a little kid, but she's actually an adult. And in Strive, I think she's like 26. And she still looks like she's fucking 17, 16, 15 years old. So, which is funny.
Mistakes over and over again.
That's just so cute. I mean, it's so adorable. It doesn't. I thought it took years after. Okay, maybe you're right. I thought it was like 4 years after. You know what? I haven't even played the Strive story because I was so upset at the game. That's how rebellious I was being. Because the game pissed me off so bad, and I was like, I was just literally just fuck this game mode. I was so mad because it was messing with my feelings because I love the game, I love the series so much, and then just to see what's happened to the game, the direction it went, and it's just like it's almost like you want to just go up to the game and say, "I don't know you anymore." That's what it feels like to me. Like, I literally want to just go up to Strive and just tell people, "I don't know you anymore, man. I don't know what game you are anymore. I don't know what happened to you. Like, what happened to you to go astray like that?" That's what it feels like to me. Shit. What's today? Today, flowers? It is flowers. Okay, I should go use mine.
This
After I do this, I'll do the artifact runs. Well, that's good to know. I didn't know, so like I said, I haven't played the game. I was playing it a little earlier, just trying to show people some stuff, and I'm just showing them like how limited it was. And I'm like trying to create new things, and there's just no reason to be creative. There is no reason to be creative in that game because the benefit to doing it is not worth it. It's inefficient. The damage is not worth doing. It's better just to do bread and butters. Bread and butters do way more damage than actually utilizing the Roman cancel to like create new combos or new routes. There's no benefit to doing it, and the routes are so limited because of the gravity system and the Gatlings. The Gatlings like constantly stop you in your tracks, so you're like, oh, I want to do this, can't. I want to do this, can't. And then a lot of times you do like 2-3 hits, and then you have to Roman. Like the combo extends. It's such a short amount of hits, and I feel like, man, I'm just wasting meter on little stuff, just so I can cancel. Yeah, it does. The game is holding itself back. It's holding the characters back. The character movesets in conjunction with the system, the mechanics hold everything back. It really is like shitty. Like you see a big boy damage combo is like 1-2 super. That's big boy damage. It's like, ooh boy, you did big boy damage. I'm like, oh boy, that's like Street Fighter 2 shit. That's literally Street Fighter like super turbo shit. That's like old shit. And that's more effective than trying to do like a Roman cancel combo because the scaling hits so hard, and initial hits are what do the most damage. First couple hits are what do all the damage. The only time you do a lot of damage, in a Roman cancel combo is because certain characters, like Soul. Soul is one of those few that he could just go bananas and just do mostly what he wants to, and he can pull off 100% damage combo with like one Roman. I'm like, okay, this is so unbalanced. It's so unfair. Yeah, I don't know either. They say so many contradictory things. Like, they say we don't want people feeling that you have to memorize long combos to be good at the game. I'm like, okay, so let's just gut everything. And then, oh, but we don't want people to have to learn the game. I'm like, oh, hi, geez. You just want people to... Did you watch that video? Oh, my God. You want to see a hilarious video? Go online and look up Soldier Boy playing Guilty Gear Strive. It is the most cringe thing and hilarious thing to watch. Because Guilty Gear Strive is made for people like him. Just like big unga bungas that, look at me, I can just hit buttons and I win. That's literally what he was doing in that video. It's so stupid. It's like, hey, look at that. Fucking... Oh, my Soldier Boy. Seriously? Him talking mad smack. Like, look at me own this shit. I'm like, yeah. It's like the fact that he can beat people, it's a testament to show you, like, oh, geez, this is the audience that the game targets. I can't watch it right now. I'm doing my dailies. Gonna have to wait. I'm gonna be a while, so I'm gonna be at least another 45 minutes. Because I'm not trying to stay up too late. I gotta get up at 10 to go. I'm sorry, at 12 to go make some important phone calls, and I gotta. I'll wait. He says, "I'll wait." But yeah, it's just the game is just not for Guilty Gear players. It's for casuals. It's for people that don't like Guilty Gear. I mean, look at the majority of people that play it. The majority of people you see play it are honestly like non-Guilty Gear players. You see like people from Smash Brothers, people from Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. I don't many Tekken players, but it's mostly it's like and some of the top players like Sonic Fox was one of the best players in the game, and he's a freaking Smash player. And he said he was bored with the game. He said he I don't know if you saw his Twitter post saying he was he was like just talking about, man, this game is limited, man. This game, he said, I couldn't describe it. I feel so limited when I play this game. And then people were like, oh, everybody just agreeing with him because he's famous. I was like, dude, I've been saying this shit fucking since day 2, man. After I played for like a couple days, I already saw the limitations of the system where the game just stops you in every corner. Like, it's like, I want to do this, I want to do this. Nope, can't do this, can't do this, can't do this, can't do this. I'm like, nope, just do this. This is what you can do.
One need not cry to know today's weather will be good.
Yeah, Leffen, it's just, it makes you wonder, man. I mean, it makes you wonder. Like, I think a lot of people are having second doubts about the game now. Because you're starting to see a lot of opinions come out and people saying they don't like the game. And they saying the game is getting boring fast. I was like, yeah, the game's only been out for 2 months and people are already complaining it's boring. This is high-level players complaining it's boring. So, I told people, I was like, the game short-term's fine. Game long-term, it's fucking crap. It's going to lose its appeal really fast. Oh, get back here. You left me. I don't like how the wall break system is implemented in the game. I think the wall break system is really like, first of all, it's inconsistent because you don't know when the wall's gonna break. So I'm like, okay, I did 1, 2 moves and then it breaks. But then you see some people they'll do like 8, 9 moves and it breaks. I'm like, what is it, timer based? What is it, like how much damage the opponent takes base? Is it just random? There's no rhyme or reason to it. And personally, I think the wall combos need to be a little bit more spicy. Because some characters, they can do a lot with their wall combo, and other characters, like, nope. Like, Melia can't do wall combos for shit. I'm like, okay. Like, trying to do, like, wall combos with her, and it's like, oh, look, it breaks too fast. So it's like, oh, well, no point in doing wall combos, because, at least in Exurd, everybody could do wall combos and do some pretty neat stuff. Everybody was different with their wall combo. But yeah, it always feels like there's something in the background basically telling you no, all the time. No, you can't do that. No, break it up. You can't do that. It's almost like a referee. He's constantly breaking you up. Oh, you want to do... Nope, can't do that. Break it up. That's what it feels like. All the time. Because somebody in the background constantly just meddling in your gameplay because they don't want you doing stuff. I think I don't like the way how strict the grabs are. I think the grabs are way too strict. They're more strict than Exurd. Like, the grab timing is, like, you have to be stupid fast. Same thing with, like, also the OTG timing, too. Like, the DP wake-ups are, like, 1 frame. It's like, oh boy, fucking 1 frame timing. That sounds lovely. I said, that alone sounds counterintuitive. You put 1 frame timing moves on a simplistic game. Like, why? Why? That doesn't make any sense. That's so counterintuitive. And you have a complex mechanic like Roman cancel, but then everything else is shitty. let's put a complex mechanic and then but make everything else limited so you can't really expand on it because we don't want you doing a bunch of stuff. Like, wow, the only mechanic that really took a step forward was Roman cancel in some ways, and everything else seemed to take a step back. Like, what the fuck? Nah, I just want them to make a patch and expand the game. Like, let people do things. Make the game fun. Like, stop holding our tying our hands behind our back. Like, let us explore. Let us discover. Let us figure things out, and have lots to learn. But you don't give us things to learn, and I have no desire to learn because there's nothing to aspire towards. Half the fun in learning a fighting game is half the fun in playing a fighting game is learning. And the most fun I have is day one, man. Day one is the most fun because it is. Oh man, you're just letting everybody out of their cages. Like, okay, have at it, sink or swim. That's fun because you're just trying to figure things out. Your discovery, you're using your intelligence trying to figure things out. I enjoy that. But this game, they basically said, no, you can figure everything out so fucking fast. Especially the people that are really good at fighting games, they're gonna ceiling out quick. They're gonna realize, like, oh, there's really not much to this game. It really isn't. And making certain things just have complex timings doesn't make it a deep game. That just makes it more frustrating to play. I personally like easier motions, like more lax freedom on the motions, like, not so strict timing, but making it have complex mechanics. So I don't want to have to be fighting with, oh, let me see if I can do a wake up DP because game won't let me. Oh yeah, that's just so exciting. Practicing a one frame timing move for a reversal. To me, that doesn't sound fun to me. That just sounds irritating as shit. Oh yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah, I mean, look at how people dominate and strive. Even the casuals, they dominate. I know people that don't know shit about Guilty Gear, and they're godly players. Like one of my friends, he's a Street Fighter pro. Well, he plays Third Strike really like seriously. He goes and plays Strive, and he's like, "Oh man, he just whooping ass." And it's like, yeah, because it's made for Street Fighter players like you. It's not made for me. I mean, he was beating the shit out of me because well, first of all, I wasn't even trying because I just was not in the mood. I was just playing him. Just I guess, it's like this is at the time where I was quitting. And I was like, if you want to play, I guess. I wasn't obviously giving him a good match because my heart wasn't in it. So I was just like, he was just destroying me. But, just the fact that, he, for a guy who does not play Guilty Gear at all, doesn't know anything really about it, and yeah, he's just kicking ass on it. I'm like, yeah, come to XX or Exert, I promise you're going to get your ass whooped. You play any of those guys, yeah, bring your ass over to one of the good Guilty Gear games. I promise you're going to get destroyed. I will say I felt more rewarded when I was playing Guilty Gear XX, like Exert, where I felt my legacy skill mattered, and I actually was really good at the game. And I felt because of my knowledge and, I actually knew how to play. And it rewarded me, and I felt rewarded. I felt like, man, this is, like, I'm good at Guilty Gear. When I play Strive, man, I just feel like, oh, anybody can be good at this game. Oh, you're good at, it's like saying, oh, I'm good at this, well, everybody can do that. That's what it felt like. It really had no appeal. Like, I was like, oh, good for you. It's like, I know how to take a shit. Like, yeah, I know how to take a shit, too. That's nothing to be impressed about. Yeah, I like when X. Yeah, you know it's funny. I wasn't like that though. I wasn't like that. You figure I would be one of those guys where it's like, oh, you came from XX because like, oh yeah, I was hardcore XX player. X Guilty Gear X, the first one, was the game that stole my heart. And you know, I played Guilty Gear One. I didn't really care for it that much, but Guilty Gear X was like the evolution. I was like, okay, this is what I. And then I played, you know, XX, and then XX Reload, and then Slash, and then X and Core. And I was like, man, like this game was crack. Like it's like it's some good crack. And even when I played Exerd Sign, I was like, this still feels like Guilty Gear, like a lot. Granted, it was a bit janky in some things. I didn't agree with certain things. It got way better with Exert Rev and Rev 2. It was just like fine wine. It got real good. But the base gameplay was just like, this is still Guilty Gear. I don't know why people were saying it's nothing like XX. It's such a downgrade. Like it's so simplified. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's still pretty damn deep. I mean, yeah, maybe not as deep, but it's still pretty damn deep. Strive is like you're it's not even close. Like the difference between XX and Xrd from X and then Xrd to Strive, not even the same league. You can't even compare that. You're smoking crack if you think it's on the same level. Well, yeah, the first one obviously was their test run game. You could tell that game was jank. That game was jank as shit. And I don't know many people that really care about it, to be honest. How many people do you know, oh man, I want to play Guilty Gear 1? Nobody. The only reason again, people would play it is just because, oh, it's just, you know, to pay respect to the Serbs. Nobody is going to go out of their way to play Guilty Gear 1. I promise you. Nobody cares. It's not one of those games that you just see people doing tournaments for or still playing today like it's, oh man, there's a huge Discord community. No, there's not. It's a jank ass game. I'd rather play fucking Isuka. Isuka's a better game. And a lot of people don't like that one either. But people still play Accent Core Plus, like religiously. There's still tournaments for it. Xrd is still the only thing. I think the main reason why a lot of people don't play Xrd as much, besides people playing Strive, is because it doesn't have rollback. Yeah, nobody. Yeah, exactly. Nobody plays Street Fighter One. Who the fuck in their right mind would play Street Fighter One? Who? Nobody is gonna play that shit. That game is trash. I can understand Street Fighter 2, Turbo, Super Turbo, any of those games. That's fine, but fucking one, nobody. You're insane if you're gonna play that game because that game is bunk, man. The multiplayer, yeah. Asuka was the one that was 4 players. That game was like bananas, nuts, really unbalanced. And I didn't like the turn button. The turn button was pretty stupid. But I mean, I understand they had to put something to get it to work. But at the same time, it's a mess, dude. The game is a mess. I would never recommend Street Fighter 1 or Guilty Gear 1. I'd rather play Samurai Showdown. Samurai Showdown's a better game than both of those games. The first one. I'd rather play King of Fighters 94 than play either one of those. But yeah. We'll see what happens. I mean, supposedly Strive is supposed to get like a major gameplay change update in November. I mean, October, sorry. It's going to be a game. They said they're going to. I don't know if you saw the latest Backyard where they talked about how they're going to make the game more fun and put more stuff in it. So I don't know what that means. I mean, if it's just, oh, we're just changing a frame of data, that doesn't mean anything. That to me doesn't mean jack shit. If that's all they do, it's like, oh yeah, we made Soul -1 frame, +1 frame or something on his move. Like that's not a change. That doesn't really change much. Now if they say, hey, we altered the gravity system so you can keep people up longer in the air, or we provided more Gatling options or something like that, then you got me interested. I'm like, all right, that's still a little better. That's the right direction. That's what I want to hear, but we'll see. Getting warmer. Getting warmer.
With rain this heavy, not only are the stars clouded, so too is my spyglass.
Yeah, please, Lord above, we need an overhaul. Yes, please. Please, God. Save Strive. Save Strive and get rid of that jank ass damage. Get rid of that crap damage. Fuck that damage, man. Fuck that damage, man. Fuck that Samurai Showdown bullshit damage. God, I hate that shit so much. It's so irritating, just, you know, the amount of damage you do in that game. Like, ugh. It's like, fuck, man, I'm gonna scream. Put Samurai Showdown damage in Guilty Gear, because that makes fucking sense. Sam Show is SNKS. That series is also dead. The fucking netcode on that game is the worst. From what they said, the newer fighting games, has one of the worst, if worst, netcode for fighting games. That's why nobody plays it. It's garbage netcode, and SNK won't fix it. It's like, yeah, if the game had good netcode, people would still be playing it. But nope. Let's make sure it has garbage ass netcode, because we don't want to put good netcode in our games. Yeah, I don't know what, like, Ease Loft, you know, it looks good, don't get me wrong, Ease Loft looks interesting. But, I don't know how that game's gonna go around. You know, it's a really small company, just a small group of people. So I'm not expecting anything like solid, and it's going to be years before it gets implemented. So don't hold your breath. I wouldn't be holding my breath. The game I am excited for, though, is Chaos Code Next. I'm so happy that's back in production. When I found that out that the brother that was holding the project up, he quit, and then he came back a year later and said, "Hey, I'm working on the game again." And then they said, "Yeah, we're resuming production of the game." Like, that made me so happy because that game is sick, man. So if you like anime fighters, check out Chaos Code. That game is so much fun.
Don't blink.
I love it. Game is like bananas, crazy. Has a really awesome, fun combo system.
Inhale. Lucky that time. I'll protect us.
Oh, that's cool. It's actually made by two people. That's cool. Two lovebirds. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Nice and spicy. Access denied. Inhale. Born of ice and fall. Blaze over. Access denied. Nowhere to hide.
Yeah, just if you but check out that game. You know, I did not like Blade Strangers at all, man. Blade Strangers I thought was whack. I hated how floaty that game was. It felt floaty. It just didn't feel right. I hated the simplified motions. You know, if it like has Smash Brothers motions. I don't like this. I just I just don't like it in that type of game. It just feels weird. It is. It's a Smash Brothers fighting game. That's why I can see people liking that. They're Smash Brothers players. But I don't like the way it feels. It's so floaty. It reminds me of what's that one game? Rumblefish. Rumblefish was a lot more fun. Rumblefish felt janky like that too.
This is long overdue. Cut to the chase.
Oh, you never played Chaos Code? I think you'd really like it. I really think you would. You like, it's like, think like, it kind of plays like KOF mixed with a little Guilty Gear.
Access denied.
It's an interesting game. Has parries, has like super mode, it has like EX mode, it has cancels, air combos, it's got everything. It has interesting character designs too.
Blaze over. Nowhere to hide.
Dong Dong? Who the hell was that? don't even know what that is. You talking about that Chinese KOF game? The one that's in China only? That game looks so silly. It sucks it's online only and it's only in China. I would have liked to seen that get an actual release. I would have played that. The game looked it's a little silly, but it's a lot better than the shit we have now. Oh, Dong Dong Never Die. I think I'm a different game. Sorry. I thought you were talking about the one I was thinking of. The Chinese KOF game. Terry yelling, throw at you. Reminds me of that one video, Donnie something, where they did like a live action Chinese movie and they dubbed it over with King of Fighters characters and shit was so funny. Hey you! Predictable. It was like, oh man, that shit was too funny. I forgot the name of the video. I just remember it was like KOF, like, and it was a Chinese movie, like they dubbed over with KOF voices, and they were playing Fist of the North Star music in the back. It was so fucking funny.
Speed of light.
Garu Mark of the Wolves? Garu Mark of the Wolves is like, it's not KOF. It's more like Third Strike. I would say Garu Mark of the Wolves is the Third Strike of SNK because it came around the same time. Animation quality is very similar. Both are very technical games. Both have pairing in a different way. One's just a fan, the other one's parry. But I would say, yeah, it's more similar to Third Strike. Yeah, really high quality sprites, like definitely in the same league, for sure. At the time, man, which was pretty impressive because you never got to see that level of animation back in the late '90s. That was really cutting edge. I never got into those games that much. I respect them though. I never got into them. I, I'll be honest, I was really getting sick of like Street Fighter type games. I was tired of traditional Street Fighter games. I was like, oh my god, there's so many of these. No, but I can appreciate the animation for sure. The latest game that did that similar level of animation would probably be KOF 13. That's probably the only thing even close. I mean, Under Night still looks good, but they are 3D models. You have to understand. Under Night, Blaze Blue, they use 3D models. They're not sprites. I don't know if you know that. They a lot of the newer 2D sprites games use 3D models. They just they first make the 3D model and then they convert them into a sprite and then they add effects. Halo 13 was actually drawn, whereas Blaze Blue, all that shit was not. I think it was just traced over, if anything. A lot cheaper to do it that way than actually draw a whole sprite in that resolution. It looks too clean. There's no imperfections. But it still looks good. Blaze Blue is still a pretty game. I think the thing that's a problem with a lot of newer games is the fluidity of the animation. There's not a lot of in-betweens. They may look clean, but there's a lot of choppiness because there's not as many in-between frames per move. But as far as just a sprite by itself, just looking at it just as a still image, those games still look really good. But I can tell you this much: they're never gonna make like 2D based Arc System Wars games are dead. You'll never see another one. They're never gonna do the old way anymore. It's too expensive. It costs too much. It's cheaper to go the Xrd route. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Xrd Strive like 3D animation for 2D looks phenomenal. Like we got that shit looking down. Like holy crap! I gotta give him credit. You know, like it looks amazing. You know, I cannot deny it is the next level of animation, like anime looking graphics. Like it's just my god. Like we've come so far, and just Arc System Works really pushed the envelope. But yeah, I don't think. What's up, Herkimer? How you doing? Sorry about yesterday. Did you come in yesterday? And I didn't mean to like uh ignore you. I had to talk to my dad last night, and it was kind of important. Did you come in yesterday when I was playing and you didn't see me? I went AFK, and I think you guys were just talking to nobody. Yeah, I got three characters last night. I got I got four Sayus. I got Yoimiya, and I got Jean. I pulled about 100 pulls. I got all three of those characters. So I still got like 25,000 gems. I'm still racking in the money. I still got plenty of gems. No, not even like 25,000. I think like 22,000. 22 or 23,000, something like that. But no, I'm doing real good on gems. I still got a shit ton. So I'll be aiming for the next character, whoever that is. I think it's supposed to be what's her name, the general. I forgot the name of the really hot one, the one that has the mask on the side of the face. I forgot her name. She's supposed to be the next character, I think. One thing I don't like about Strive is I hate that, like I don't know. It's like they took a page out of Street Fighter V's models. Like the way how like overly buff everybody is, like it makes everybody like are they doing that bigness like Street Fighter Five does? You know how like Street Fighter Five all the guys and the girls have big feet and big legs and big arms, like just overly big. It feels the same way with Guilty Gear Strive. You look at like Chip. Chip is like, Jesus, God, why are his legs and feet and arms huge? Because you look at like previous Chip, he looked a lot more slender, but he still looked muscular. But he wasn't like God damn. He's like, what did he eat? Like he eat like 100 pounds of muscle gain or something. Yeah, Kojo Sara, thank you. Oh yeah, you want to show you that video I was talking about? Here, let me show you. Yeah, this shit. This shit was funny. Yeah, there we go. You gotta watch this shit. This shit's comedy. This shit's comedy, dude. You gotta watch this shit. Just so you can watch it.
Bro, when you get this, do you know this is a video? Do you see
Oh
the
man,
timeline
I
that we're in?
hate Soldier Boy, dude.
And of
He's
course
such a
he's playing Soul.
scumbag, dude.
He's gonna play Soul. It's obvious. He's gonna play Soul. Look at what a casual thinks of the game. I want you to see what a casual thinks about the game.
Look at this shit. This is Guilty Gear Strive in a nutshell.
What casual thinks about
This is the audience that they're aiming for.
Shit, nigga, what's up, nigga? You the clocking?
Get the fuck back, nigga.
Oh my god, it's such cringe, dude.
Nigga.
It's because you just laugh at him because how much of a joke it is, man. You wish it was real. You wish this wasn't real. You wish this was a joke, and it's not.
Command grab.
Like, this is just comedy in, like, the worst way.
This is what
This is Guilty Gear Strive. This is the player base right here.
this is competitive. Any competitive player, you gotta
Oh my god, this is such
you gotta realize
This is
you
such
gotta
cringe,
realize,
dude.
man. This is what the devs.
Yeah, this is what they say. This is real Guilty Gear right here. This is fucking booty shit, man.
This is what the devs are selling.
Trash, man. This is your vision. This shit.
Why is he still standing? You're not gonna question that? I gotta find where he says it.
And then of course he
After
rage
his
quits.
experience, this is what he said. I ain't gonna keep playing this shit.
Because he
You
lost.
heard that?
So you cater to assholes like this guy. And then they end up dropping it anyway. So what the fuck was the point? What's the fucking point?
No, he didn't go online. He didn't go online. He just played the single player content.
And then he lost.
If you watch the thumbnails, he's just playing arcade mode.
He's getting mad because the computer beating him.
My man was talking trash to AI, my man. Yeah, this is what you see this after this.
He's talking trash to the computer, man. That's just sad, dude.
Oh,
That's just sad, man.
this is who they dumb your fighting games down
Yeah.
for. My
Like I said,
friend.
this guy, he's preaching gospel, man.
My
Like, this
soul
is Guilty Gear Strive is for babies.
For people like that to come play your fucking game for.
He's like, you want babies to play your game. You want little unga bungas to go play your game.
Gotta fucking suffer. I gotta suffer too.
Oh, you hate to see this type of thing happen.
Oh man, look at that high level play right there. Oh man, that's the real shit right there.
Understand that all
Please.
they need to do to make their game sell is to market the fuck out of that shit. They didn't do that with fighters though. What? You didn't see anything about Dragon Ball Fighters? Are you sure about that?
Tom, that's not fair.
That's the power of Goku Black, Sarah.
This new Dragon Ball FighterZ game feels pretty familiar.
Well, it was produced by the same studio that made Guilty Gear, and now they made this amazing looking Dragon Ball game.
It really feels like we're playing the show.
We pretty much are.
That shit was on TV, every single stream.
Yeah, fucking
Every
the
single
marketing.
YouTube
The
video.
marketing is a
I
big
saw
thing.
everything on that.
Exert got no
Yeah,
marketing
the E3
whatsoever.
demo, are you forgetting that? The Evo demo, they marketed the fuck out. Don't just say, oh, the Dragon Ball, so it's going to sell. Don't give me that shit. Even with that, you still, yeah, I know that the brand markets itself. I fucking get, don't say it's Bandai. I fucking get that though. I'm saying they still did the work. And it's hard because other companies, I don't know about these other companies, honestly. So, all I know is they probably lack the money to do it. They lack the money to market globally. But they need to.
That's why
do that.
Exert failed so hard
Only
because they had no marketing.
Only way.
It's still a superior game in my opinion, and I think
Because
if
right
it
now
had
they're
proper
selling,
marketing, it would have sold better. It really would have.
Yeah.
I think people would have played it a lot more.
Because
it actually had a really good tutorial.
Reminding you the books 20 years ago. When your father saw shit for Dragon Ball Fighters on the TV and was talking to you, saying, yeah, little Cyrus, you walked in the book with us, so I walked there for you. Yes, young little Cyrus. I bought for you, young little Cyrus 71. I remember.
It's just funny.
Your father saw that and was like, yo, here you go, man. You wouldn't have had the moment where your father mentioned that to you or whatever.
Yeah, but just letting you know that's literally what it's about, though. That's just the truth, man. The game is made towards babies. You know, so you want people like that's who they have to cater towards. Is people like Soldier Boy. You know, they're like, oh man, these guys are the real shit right here. I'm like, these fuckers, like these dorks, like holy crap, dude. I guess if you want trash ass people playing your game, sure, but that's what they did. That's basically what they did. They dumbed it down to just imagine that. They dumbed it down so much because they got somebody that doesn't even play fighting games play it. Got a rap artist play it. Like, you know, this guy doesn't. I don't even think he plays fighting games. I don't think he knows anything about Guilty Gear. And he's like, oh yeah, show him that shit. Oh yeah, I'm the real deal. Like, no, you're not. You're a scrub. Holy crap! I bet you if you would have put like any other Guilty Gear game, he would have probably panicked. They're like, oh, this game's dumb, man. I can't do anything. Oh my god, it's so insulting, dude. It's so insulting. But that's Arc System Works' genius idea. Let's dumb our game down so everybody feels special when they play it. Oh man, we gotta make sure it's special. We don't want to hurt your little feelings because it might be too hard. It's like if it's too hard, it's too hard then. I mean you don't get mad. I don't get mad at like Marvel because I'm not good at it. I mean I don't like Marvel, but I don't say Marvel shouldn't exist or Marvel shouldn't. Marvel needs to cater to me. You know, fuck whatever Marvel thinks about me. It's just not for me, and I'm not good at it. Whatever, it's fine. I don't give a shit. But I feel like with Guilty Gear, it's like, okay, we're gonna dumb this game down, even though this game was never meant to be dumbed down. You know, the game was always a complex game, and then you're turning it into something it isn't because people complain and bitch because it's not easy because I won't play it unless it's easy. So now you got a divided audience. You got the side like me that are against Strive and complaining about it. Yeah, it does. It does. The people that play it in the long run are the ones that hurt the most because they're not going to enjoy it. Short term, the game will survive. Short term. Long term, it will not. It will die. The game will be forgotten. I promise you. That we can agree on. Well, that's what I mean. They talk, you think about that. They made the game more limited, thinking, it'll be easier to play. And it's like, no, it's actually the opposite. It's actually harder to play because there's not much you can do, so you're constrained more. And you're trying to find those outside those constraints, it's like, it's difficult. And also the fact that you make the motions harder, like, not as easy to do, like, make timings harder, that doesn't make the game easier. It actually makes it more difficult and less fun. You want things to be more fun, you gotta be a little bit more lax. You gotta let things just be the way they should be. Just, you throw something in there and just say, have at it. Stop putting the training wheels on. I don't need the training wheels. Let me just go full blown. I'm a big boy. I don't need training wheels. But yeah, there's so much stuff that they say that's so counterintuitive. Where it's like they do this and then they do something else and it's like, well, that doesn't make sense. Why would you do that? Yeah, I really sometimes think they don't know what they're talking about. They just think that, if we just dumb everything down and simplify everything and take away stuff and, because that's what people want. And it's like, It's like, do you really think well, maybe the majority does, but I know a lot of people that don't. They don't look at that. Oh man, you know what I look for in a game? Being limited. I like doing less. I like doing nothing because that's hype. It's not even hype, dude. Do you even watch Guilty Gear matches? Like, you watch tournament matches? Oh my god. It's cringe sometimes watching Guilty Gear Strive matches. Like, I was watching the best Kai player in the world. Holy crap. You want to know all his game plan was? Like, his whole game plan was throw, DP, and, like, jump slash super. Like, almost the entire fucking game plan was that shit. He would just do his normal pressure, and then it was just, my god, I have never seen so many throws in Guilty Gear before. Where it's just like, this guy, half the time he throws. Because it's so fucking, because it's like a Street Fighter tactic, because it works in the game. So they would just, standing kick throw, run up throw, like incessantly, so much. And I was getting sleepy watching. I was like, I said, dude, I'm bored. I can't believe this is high level play. This is high level play, man. If you want to see it, I could show you. You guys want to see the high level play? It's just like, it's cringe, dude. It's like, man, I remember when Kai used to actually put in some work. Now it's like, you look at Kai now and it's like, holy shit, he's so boring. Let me see if I can find it. Oh yeah, there's another video. Yeah, here's another one. Here's another Guilty Gear Strive Unga Bunga video. It's just...
Hey yo, we know it's that only about 11% of you who actually see our
Ticket to the highest rank. Dude,
This is fucking Guilty Gear Strive.
notice how powerful
Oh my god, dude.
this move summons dolphin. What the fuck kind of move was that? We still doing game shit, man? Just try to run that game, trying to me, boy. I got game dolphin. It's 100%
Look at this shit, man. It's like, oh my god, this is what the game dumps down to.
Get out of there. Entering this floor is not recommended. There are many
Like, this guy doesn't even play fighting games. And yet, this is what he does, and it works.
My ass is this kid. You're dead down. Down. Up. Nope. Yep. And I walked into it.
Oh my god, it's like, it's cringe watching. Well, whole melee of that long ass combo and make and just do one hit and do the same amount of damage.
Okay, so this is not a, this is not a fuck around guy. This guy's been out here doing 12 hit combos. And this is why I have to break out some of the higher end strategies like this. Alright, and then it's... Ow! Oh my god, where did this health bar go?
It just really sickens me when you see, like, non-fighting game players, succeed this much, and it's just sad. Like, the fact that it just proves, my my theory that it's like, dude, the game's made for children. The fact that he doesn't even have to try. He's probably using the least amount of his brain, and he's just literally just doing one thing and beating people.
Wait, that's not right. Who am I? Get the fuck out of here. Fire. Nope, 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 nope.
It's really sad. Because you would never see this in like, Guilty Gear XX or nothing like you'd never see shit like this.
Okay, man. Shit. Shit. Bye-bye.
The thing is, he did go out of bounds, but that was an illegal bump.
Yeah, see? That was an illegal bump. You lost now. Jesus. Oh, no. You made a big mistake. You made a big mistake. Oh, I wouldn't have done that.
Like I say, the game.
Yeah, this guy's...
Yeah, look at that. This guy's on floor 9, dude. This guy's on floor 9. Like, doesn't it? I'm sorry, when I see this shit, doesn't it feel like it's just insulting your intelligence? Like, you're not gonna sit there and say, dude, I'm not that bad at games, Jesus. You know, or, you know, a guy like this doesn't even play fighting games, is got rank 9. It's just like, what? What?
That guy's never playing this game again. Promote the floor.
You don't think so? You think every game's like this? I don't know about that, man. Not this user friendly. Not this user friendly. It's like retarded user friendly.
No, why not? Moving up. We're heading all the way up to the celestial floor.
He's on Celestial, for God's sakes. That's so pathetic,
I'll
man.
have to try harder than I ever have.
He's on Celestial. Look at this shit. He's on the highest floor. And he's beating these people.
Hell no. He's a good boy. Hey, what am I fucking Sam or something over here? Get out.
It's like, my God, that's so sad.
Yes.
That's
Oh my
so
God.
sad.
I'm a fuck. Oh.
Oh, that was a lot of meter for a whole lot of nothing.
I win this. Got it. And that's how you get to the top ranking.
So sad. That's so sad, dude. So sad, man. Isn't it aggravating? Isn't it aggravating as shit, dude? Isn't it like, doesn't it feel like your just intelligence is completely insulted? Do you see that shit? Knowing that it's like, wow, this is just sad, man. It's sad. It really is. Like, that's what the game has been de-evolved into. It's just a joke. It really is. That's why I can't respect the game. I don't respect it. It's like I spit on it because of how fucking retarded it is. And it's like, yeah, and then it's like opposite. You feel like you're in opposite land. You know what it feels like? It feels like all the dumb or bad players are the gods, and all the good players are smart are the dumb ones. That's what it feels like. I feel like I'm the idiot in this whole equation. I feel like I'm the one that's retarded. Whereas like other people are, oh, these guys are geniuses, like 300 IQ shit. That's what it feels like to me. It's like, wow, maybe I'm living in opposite land. I'm the dumb one. I'm the bad player. I'm the worst. Whereas you got people like, you know, Soldier Boy are actually considered good players. It's like, that's what it feels like to me. It's like, why even try? Why even bother? It makes me not want to try at all. It makes me not even want to try. I'd be like, go and drop the controller here, like, you win. There. That's the equivalent. Like, I won't even lift a finger to try. Because that's how, like, insulting it is. And then, you know, people can say that's arrogant, conceited, or whatever, but fuck, man. That is rage-inducing, like, insulting. Seriously, man. You know, my God, it's almost like saying, oh yeah, you know that thing called intelligence? Yeah, don't use that. That's what idiots use. To tell you, we're living in opposite land, man. This is the niggerverse, man. Everything's backwards. Everything is fucking backwards. This is a screensaver called it's called Nova. Nova Desktop. It's free. You can download like moving wallpapers, and it's I think it's by Mahoyo, I think. But I downloaded all the Genshin Impact ones. There's a few of them. There's not a lot. But there's a few. I just cycle through the 5 that I got. But yeah, that's how I feel. I know Herkimer. I know you don't play Strive or Guilty Gear. Well, not that I don't think you do. But yeah, it's just my God, dude. It's frustrating. I'm really like exasperated, like how just Jesus. Like I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, man. I really don't know what to say. I really don't. Like I really don't know what to say. I wish I had an answer for you. Like what can I say? There's nothing I say, and I feel like I don't matter anyway because Daisuke doesn't care about the long term players. He doesn't care about the people who actually stuck with the game since the beginning, the series since the beginning. He just cares about the newcomers because the newcomers are what make the money. Like I feel like I just don't matter. So it's like why even say anything? Why even try? Why even do anything? It makes you just want to give up. Like it's just really sad. I mean, it breaks my heart seeing what my game has. It's like we went from chess to like patty cake. I mean, hell, patty cake is more complicated than that shit. But that's what it feels like. You're going from like, chess, Magic the Gathering, to war. That's what it feels like. You went from Magic the Gathering to war. That's how it feels. It's like, oh man, Magic the Gathering, that's a pretty deep game. And then you play, why are we playing war? Oh, this is the new Magic the Gathering. Yeah, this game's fucking boring. No, it's gonna be like you remember that scene in Back to the Future 2 when Marty's playing Hogan's Alley. He says, "I'm a crack shot at this." He kills all the guys and says, "Crack shot." He goes, and then the kid goes, "Use your hands. That's a baby's toy." I'm like, so what do we use to play games? Will we just, blink our eye and then you just win? Like, what is it gonna be? Like, how much more dumbed down are we gonna bring our shit? Like, you don't even have to lift a finger, lift a muscle. You don't have to use a single thought in your head. Like, what is it gonna do? What are we gonna do? Well, at least we got Melty Blood. Melty Blood is on the way. So don't lose faith, people. Melty Blood is coming. Melty Blood. Type Lumina looks like it's not being dumbed down. Thank God. But yeah, it's just a shame. It's really a shame what Guilty Gear has become. Like I said, I keep talking about it because it bothers me so much because I care. That's the thing. I really do care. I care so much. It's you're toying with my feelings. That's why you're really toying with my heart hard. You're pulling on my heartstrings very severely, and it breaks my heart just seeing my favorite game just turn into utter shit. It's like, what happened? What the fuck happened? All you can say is just, what the fuck happened? What went wrong? Oh yeah, this is finally coming out in 2 weeks. Yes, so happy. We got a new game to play at the end of the month, so I'll be streaming this. This game's pretty cool. Yeah, I was just talking about it last week, and then I looked at it. I was like, "Oh shit, it's coming out in 2 weeks. Sweet. I got something to play in August to hold me over till Melty Blood." I mean, again, Herkimer. Obviously, we seem to stand on opposite ends of the spectrum. I mean, I understand where you're coming from. You want people to enjoy things, and I get what you're saying. You're trying to be the devil's advocate here, and like trying to see the good in it. Or like, well, let people enjoy things, which you are right. I'm saying you are right. You know, I can't. If someone is legitimately enjoying something and it brings them that much joy, and yeah, I mean, who am I to say that they can't enjoy it? But at the same time, you know, I don't enjoy it, and that's what sucks. I want to enjoy it, but I can't because I feel that again, this series is my game. It's my number one fighting game, so I can't just go with it if that's what you're telling me to do. I can't just go, no, just you'll love it, just like it. You know, it's like, well, I don't like it. I don't. I just don't. There's nothing you can do to change my mind. Unless the game changes, in my opinion, for the better, there's no reason for me to play it. Have I ever played BioShock? No, I actually have not. Yeah, I don't play. There's a lot of games I haven't played. Dude, you'd be surprised what I haven't played. There's a lot. Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh, you know what just came out? I just forgot. You know what came out today? I forgot. What do you call it? Axiom Verge 2. Give me a second. Don't download it. Ah, shit. Oh yeah, but the thing is, I want to see a change, and I want to be proven wrong. Yeah, yeah, it just came out today. This game's really good, by the way. If you ever played Axiom Verge, yeah, I do recommend this game. Pretty fun. I played the first one, loved it. It's basically Super Metroid with pixel art. So if you want to get it, I recommend picking it up. So thinking about getting it. I'm sure it's good. It's like it's on Epic Store exclusive. Well, for PC, it's Epic Store. What's the first Axiom Verge looks like? This one. See? It's 2D. See, Metroid. Looks like Metroid. It looks like Metroid. It plays like Metroid. It's a good game. It's a very good game. If you like Super Metroid, you'll love it. It's a really good game. I really, really enjoyed it. I played it a long time ago. Yeah, this came out like 6 years ago. When I played it back in 2015, I believe. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was really good. My friend let me borrow it. I checked it out. And I was like, oh man, this game's amazing. Like it's pretty long too. It's challenging. Lots of backtracking. Very Metroid-esque. But definitely check it out if you like Metroid. You can get it on sale for like $5 when it drops on sale. But yeah, so yeah, definitely if you like the first one, yeah, play the second one. I'm sure it's really good. I haven't seen the reviews of it yet. I'm gonna check on them. As far as anything else new, I guess that's the only new game. Just that one and the other one I mentioned. Yeah, Tormented Souls. Oh wow, it actually has a new intro. Alright, Red Comment. Take care, man. See you later. I just put a new trailer for this.
Peggy 18.
Like SpongeBob.
I feel something lurking around in the dark.
I didn't see this yet. This just came out.
Please, miss. You have to help me get out of here. Something strange is happening.
Everything will be alright, I promise. I won't let anything bad happen to you.
Oh, that's pretty good.
What the hell is going on here? Who is filming these atrocities? Am I going insane?
Yeah, looking pretty good. Like I said, yeah, I'm definitely gonna play this day one. So, 20. It's only $20. Surprisingly, it looks really good for a $20 game. So it looking really good. Definitely like what I'm seeing. I played the demo and I really enjoyed it. I was like, okay, this is good shit. What's up, JYP? How you doing? Can't read Japanese. Sorry. See if there's anything else. I'm just looking up any other stuff, that's all. Any other new games? Yeah, so that's next month. Axiom Verge 2. See if I can see the Axiom Verge video. Let's check it out. Somebody put a review. Oh, Hollow Knight's really good, dude. Hollow Knight's an amazing game. Excellent game. Highly recommend that game. It's very long, very difficult. I'm just looking at the review.
Axiom Verge 2 heard you like Metroid, so we put Metroid in your Metroid so you can blast baddies and hunt
Metroid in your
across two
Metroid.
sprawling 2D maps at the same time. Granted, opening a game review with an
Yo, dog, we heard you like Metroid, so we put your Metroid in your
but
Metroid.
Axiom Verge 2 is anything but. It infuses its retro-inspired sequel with contemporary ideas, like fast travel and an optional approach to the bulk of its boss fights, in order to make progression.
Yeah, so it has a Metroid game in a Metroid game. So you play as the little thing inside of the game while playing the game. What the fuck?
But noticeably lacking in combat challenge and diversity.
I have two monitors. Metroid Fusion.
Axiom Verge 2's story is fleshed out by countless hidden notes and computer terminal messages, but I won't even attempt
Yeah, I use
to
two
summarize it
monitors.
since it's dense with the same sort of pseudo-scientific techno-babble that pervades its 2015 predecessor. Lingo-heavy lore aside, I found the basic plot of its main character, Ida, more than enough to propel me through the roughly 8-hour adventure. After she arrives at an Antarctic research base looking for her missing daughter, one thing leads to another, and she suddenly has the power to absorb the unique abilities of nanomachines known as arms. That's really all the setup and motivation I needed. Axiom Verge 2 may feature an entirely new lead character and setting, but what really sets it apart from the original game is the ability to phase in and out of the breach. An alternate dimension running parallel with the
That's
main
pretty
level.
funny.
Sort of like
So you're literally playing like Metroid 2 inside Super Metroid.
Each side of the dimensional divide has its own unique map structure and feel, but this contrast doesn't just make for appealing shifts in aesthetics, it brings a literal extra dimension to navigating your way through Axiom Verge 2. Not only do you need to puzzle your way to unlock gates and uncover hidden power-ups within each separate world, but you also use interdimensional tears to hop back and forth between realms to circumnavigate obstacles in one dimension by finding an
pretty
alternate
cool.
path in the other. Orienting yourself in two places at once inspires a degree of non-linear navigation that's a consistently absorbing challenge as a result. It's also a mechanic that continues to evolve over the course of the journey. Initially, you can only shift from one world to the other at predetermined breach gates on each map, but eventually Indra is given the ability to reveal hidden tears and manipulate their placement in order to cross over to more precise areas. Not being able to see exactly where you're going does introduce some trial and error, but the ability to fast travel to any previously discovered save point gave me the freedom to experiment with blind leaps between worlds, knowing that I could beam back for a do-over if I accidentally blinked into the wrong spot.
It's pretty neat. I like
However,
that.
compared to its clever dual-world exploration, Axiom Verge 2's combat is fairly one-dimensional. There's certainly a healthy variety of enemy types to contend with in both maps, but the arsenal you're given to tackle them with is surprisingly conservative compared to that of the original game.
And it
Indra
kinda
uses the
sucks.
pickaxe for close-up
Less attacks.
and a boomerang for ranged assaults, while her drone, which she must pilot remotely through the breach zones, can swing a tethered spinning blade and use a grappling hook to launch itself at enemies like a pinball. But despite a handful of additional melee weapons to find and the inclusion of a skill tree to upgrade basic attributes, my simple slash 'em up method for fighting didn't ever change, because it didn't need to. I never stopped to ponder which weapon I should use, because the right tool for the job always seemed to just be what it
That's kind of a downgrade.
Axiom
I don't
Verge
like
2
that.
attempts to inject some strategy into fights by giving Indra
So
the
it
ability
basically
to
it's just one size fits all for like
but I found
fighting.
this feature much more useful
It's kinda
for passive
boring.
jobs, like triggering switches or
That's
hijacking
definitely not
platforms,
good.
than I did for any meaningful combat games. I basically just
The puzzles are good and all the traversing is good, but the fighting, that sounds really bad.
Heads, as I was figuring out ways to head into caves.
Fight a flight.
Boss fights are similarly straightforward should you choose to take them on. Unlike most Metroidvanias, you can actually just skip almost every boss in Axiom Verge 2 entirely and continue on your way to your next story.
You don't even have to
Which
fight
would likely
them.
be a welcome feature for people who tend to bounce off these kinds of games when they're going.
That's hilarious. You don't even have to fight the bosses. That's pretty sad. Hey, you just want to run by him. Just run by him. There's no reason to fight him. I'm like, okay, that's bad.
From Axiom Verge to its midpoint. Look at the size of him. Surely I'll have to identify a weak point, maybe analyze his movements to look for an opening. In
No,
order to
just hit it.
strike. Of course, I'll need to make sure I have the right weapon equipped for maximum
No, you just fucking.
effectiveness, maybe use some special abilities and... Oh, wait. He's
That's terrible.
Granted, you can tweak the enemy damage multiplier.
Oh my god, that's terrible,
This
man.
makes the combat more attritional without making it
That's
more
fucking
dynamic.
awful. The
Maybe
fight
that's
sounds so
hoping for the
boring.
next Hollow Knight,
There's no
or
strategy at all. It's
series
just
of
they just fucking hit him. That's terrible. Oh god, why they do that?
Axiom Verge 2 is a dual-dimensional Metroidvania that's genuinely engaging to explore. Phasing in and out of the breach to unlock new
Like
paths
they
to open
improved
and
the
vice versa,
exploration by a
presented you with
lot,
consistently stimulating
and then they just
environmental puzzles to solve,
completely forgot about the
puzzles that evolve
combat.
in surprising ways over the course of the campaign. However, the same sense of accomplishment can't be derived from the simplicity of combat and
Yeah, the
other
combat
boss
just looks
fights.
boring as shit. It's so
Ultimately, Axiom
basic.
Verge 2 is a sequel that largely delights thanks to its dual-world design, but I wish the developer could have polished it without having to file the difficulty
Yeah,
spikes.
that's kind of disappointing.
For more IGN reviews,
That's kinda
check out the
disappointing.
episodes of Midgard and Crowfall, and for everything else, stick with IGN.
Literally just get in his face and just beat the shit out of it. There's no strategy. That's so boring. That's so boring. Yeah, it makes me not want to play it. I ain't gonna lie. Just seeing the combat being that shallow. Oh, Shantae? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I've played all the Shantae games. I have all of them, dude. I have every single one. See? I'm a big Shantae fan. I buy all the Shantaes. My favorite one is Pirate's Curse. That's by far the best one. Second best, I would probably say, is Seven Sirens, maybe. Third is probably Riskies, and then Half Genie Hero is my least favorite. Nobody ever played Risky in the Pirate's Curse? Like I said, I really like Shantae Pirate's Curse. My favorite one. I also like the art the most. My favorite art of all of them. But the gameplay is just solid. It's really damn solid. Excellent game. You haven't played Seven Sirens? It's a good game. Seven Sirens is really good. I beat it twice. It's not very. It's not. It's hard. It's easy. It's harder than Half Genie Hero, but it's not that much harder. I like the fact that it goes back to the Metroidvania formula, but it's. I think the challenge is lacking. Pirate's Curse was very challenging, but the newer ones just feel too easy. Sonic. You mean Yeah, I wanted to see a review of what you call it. One game I wanted to play and I ended up not wanting to play it now. Chris Tales. I was looking forward to that game, and then I saw and then I looked at it. I was like, oh, it looked cool, but I mean, beautiful looking game. It's just I heard it's not. It doesn't feel like it's a very finished game, and the combat doesn't feel like it's it's necessary. Like, oh, you get all these abilities, you don't need them. That's from what I heard. I wanted to play this too.
Let's face it, time travel doesn't make a lick of sense, but that's precisely why it's a
I love the
perfect
game, how
match for an
visually it looks.
over-the-top
It's a
fantasy
beautiful looking
JRPG.
game.
And Chris Tales blends that nonsense
But
movie to great effect.
I was looking forward to this. I really thought this was going to be a killer RPG.
Solve puzzles, defeat enemies, and change destinies is awesome when it clicks. Unfortunately, Chris Tales' repetitive turn-based combat felt more like I was
That
trapped in
alone
a
killed me.
time loop. But
It's like,
even so,
it's
its
repetitive
timeless story,
turn-based.
quirky
I'm like,
characters, and effortless charm still managed to be a emotionally
huge.
fun ride.
Kill right there. You lost me when you just said repetitive turn-based. I'm like, oh boy, it sounds boring.
Chris Tales' otherworldly fantasy setting could have been taken straight out of a children's storybook.
Like the visuals
It's
are
filled with
amazing.
frogs,
It's like, oh my
weird
god, the
robot
music sounds
things,
really
and
good
time
too.
mages that no one seems at all concerned with or even impressed by.
Manners! You're speaking to a revered time mage.
Everything about the world is delightfully strange.
Yeah, it's so
From the
beautiful.
fact that people use marbles
This
as
sucks. It's like the
currency to strange
combat,
Mother
man. It's the
Superior
lacking
witches that
factor,
exist in every
man.
town to
Again.
help raise the children, or something.
You'll travel through monster-infested salt mines, visit a city inside an active
Like, I love the way it
and
looks.
sail around in a giant metal woman's shoe. It's one of the weirdest settings I've seen, and yet everything had me nodding along like it all made perfect sense together. The main character, Crispell, is your typical bright-eyed, innocent, and unflappably optimistic protagonist who goes around solving everyone's problems without a second thought as to why. Along the way, she meets an immortal child time mage, an anime robot, and some lady who pulls random
Yeah, like I
weapons
said,
out
love the
of
character
swag like a
designs. It
murderous
looks
Mary
great.
Poppins. The cast is universally awesome, whether they're a main character or a supporting player given time to shine.
Just the combat. It's like, why did the combat
If
just
Chris
suck?
Tales has one standout feature, though, it's the incredibly rewarding and unique use of time travel and time manipulation that sits in the center of everything you do. Time-based shenanigans are both a plot device and a gameplay book, and many areas.
Yeah, that's really
actually
neat. I
split.
thought that's one thing that
Some
attracted me,
pages show the
because you
past,
play in the
present, and
past,
future at
present, and
once.
future.
Those can then be interacted with to complete
And that
puzzles
can change the
and
outcome of
deepen your
events.
understanding of the world and its characters. In one city, I noticed an area had the grim fate of eventually becoming submerged underwater. But, over the course of an entirely optional side quest, I saved someone's life who vowed to fix the city's flooding problems, which changed that outcome and opened up new ways for me to interact with the location. Seeing that direct cause and effect so quickly makes Chris Tales' side quests stand out from your typical RPG, and impactful moments like this are frequently some of its best. Although, for a game about time travel, it sure likes to waste a lot of yours. Your adorable frog friend Matthias fills the JRPG role of the animal mascot and wise guy, and he's necessary to complete most time manipulation puzzles. Frustratingly, however, he hops along behind you incredibly slowly, and attempting to time travel before he's caught up results in an obnoxious pop-up window. How long does it take for Matthias to catch up, you ask? It takes this long.
Holy shit. Oh my god. That's terrible.
While the time travel
He's
mechanics
so
are
slow.
when exploring the world, how they're implemented in Chris Tales'
Oh god, it's so bad.
combat is far less exciting.
Let's make it super slow because
Some really unique concepts that make clever use of Crispell's ability to manipulate time. For example, in an early boss encounter, you have to attack a heavily armored character with water attacks in the present, then send them into the future where their armor has rusted away due to prolonged water damage. You might assume that this early example is just the tip of the iceberg for all the interesting ways one might manipulate time to their advantage. But it's actually more like an ice cube. After the first handful of tutorial encounters, you'll have experienced nearly all the tricks in the book.
That's
and their
sad.
use thereafter introduces very few new twists.
I thought that was really going to be an expansive system, and it's like, it's just, oh, that was it.
Outside of combat.
It's like, what a waste.
Combat encounters don't just repeat the same time travel moves either. They also reuse the same few enemy types. Simple enemies like wolves and slimes are just given a fresh coat of paint or a new elemental remix in each area.
It sounds like they rushed the game. It really does. Like, they didn't finish it.
Initially exciting bosses
Just
suffer
cut
the same fate
corners just
too,
so it can
with
get it
higher
done.
health and damage numbers usually just resulting in mind-numbingly boring and low-stakes battles of attrition. This pile of missteps is an unfortunate miss because the world outside of Chris Tales' battles is genuinely lovely. But you spend so much of your time in combat that its shortcomings are felt constantly. By the
Yeah,
time
and
I
turn-based
reached
combat,
credits after almost
bringing
8
down
hours,
the
I was
experience.
glad to be done with its bland battle system, which is a shame when I was still enjoying the story itself.
Yeah, it's hard to push yourself through, and you got a really boring battle system. Yeah, like everything else is good, and then it's like, battle system's boring.
In a gorgeous and beautiful world, but it's hobbled by incredibly monotonous combat.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to get this game.
It's
like, it looks so good. Like, it looks charming as hell, and it's like, why is the combat so boring?
That make it memorable. For more RPGs, check out our reviews of Wildermyth or Monster Hunter Stories 2. And for everything else, stick with IGN.
Such a missed opportunity. It's like, God, it's like, that's another game, you know, like, why does that keep happening? It's such a shame, dude. Like, you gotta do it right, man. Because if you do it like just shallow turn-based, it's the most boring, repetitive shit. There's a right way to do it. It's just better if you companies do it right. Most companies do it wrong. So it's like, oh, you have this cool time manipulation gimmick. Oh, that could really change the way you have to plan out your attacks. Oh yeah, we just did that for the tutorial. You don't need to use it at all. Then what was the point of the tutorial if you're not even going to use it? Like, wow, that's just wow. That's sad. It makes you, it just make it's like wow, you went put all this work into like showcase this interesting system, and then you just completely just oh yeah, by the way, yeah, we're done with it. See you later. We got you in. The hook, line, and sinker you into the game. We got to finish the game deadlines, and the game is gonna just be a mediocre game. Why does this keep happening, man? So many games I like look forward to. They either just mediocre or just really big pieces of shit. Like it's such a common theme with a lot of games. A lot of times it's a lot of times it's like, oh, it looks good, and then that's as far as it goes. The gameplay is just suffering, man. Oh, I want to look something up. Nope, still haven't seen it yet. I was looking up something. Nothing yet. My favorite Sonic game? Sonic Mania is up there. Sonic Mania is definitely top 5. Sonic CD is definitely one of my tops. I would say possibly my best. I'm a huge CD fan. Love the music. Yep, I was one of the few who actually had a Sega CD back in the day. Sonic 2, Sonic 3. I'm more into the classic Sonic. I don't really like the 3D Sonic that much. Not really my thing. There's something else, so some of the just looking right now. See if there's any other games. Yeah, it's kind of disappointing for Axiom Verge 2. I thought it was gonna be super like deep combat. I'm like, no, it's shallow. Oh, well, I guess I'm not gonna get that game at launch. I'm gonna skip that game. I'm looking around. Oh yeah, I haven't seen. Let me look at the gameplay. You know what? I haven't seen Tales of Arise yet. Let's check this out. I want to see what the gameplay is like on this game.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of New Gameplay Today.
I do like the visual style of this game. I'm just more curious about how the gameplay is actually going to be.
I am very excited, John, because we are also joined by Kimberly Wallace. How you doing, Kim?
Hey, almost entirely healed from illness, so I'm happy about that.
Well, we're glad to have you back, K-Star. What are we looking at today?
Yeah, it's Tales of Arise. Bring it! The next entry in the series. Probably one of the most important entries, I would say, because this is their big, like,
This game's like really dark, and I do like that.
they really wanted to take a improve, right? But the problem was this past generation. You know, a lot of the games weren't huge jumps between entries, right? They all felt maybe similar, like very linear.
I don't know. Not sure how he sees.
They've made a lot of smart.
He got eyes in the back of his head. I don't know.
Even as we're going right now through one of the main dungeons, and this here actually is my favorite thing. This is the new progression system, which you earn titles throughout the game, and then
So how does it play?
go through that little menu. It'll go back into it again, and I'll explain.
Still, is it still the same arena-based combat, or is it actually open?
On those different nodes, and then swapping between them. So you have, this is the most freedom they've ever given players to build their characters, which that's my favorite part of RPGs, honestly. I like making my abilities. I like having those decisions on what I want to focus on and what characters I want to have what. So that seemed amazing. And obviously, like, battle system has some changes here with just like the controls in particular. You know, you're doing your regular attacks on your arts are all on the face buttons, and those are your special attacks, and then the sticks let you dodge. You know.
Oh, sweet. It seems like there's a lot going on too. Like I saw, like using the base buttons, it's like triangle is like riding.
Yeah, it definitely looks a lot more action-based. It looks like I might enjoy it.
You know, as a longtime Tales
Definitely looks more my style.
just to adapt at first, but
I have to feel it though. I gotta see how it feels.
It's actually really easy, and you'll have also these special abilities that pop up on the directional pad where you can do.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at the reviews. This is a $60 game.
Combos with your party members, and also you each has kind of their own like big attack, and every character actually has. Their
Okay, so it's still instance. It's not open. So you're still in instant battles.
The stronger his attacks will build up.
Oh,
like,
that's
just
really cool.
Cool. Every character has their own unique one, so there's a lot of cool things that they've done with the battles to make them a little more strategic. Some enemies will have like there's one of the strikes of the co-op attacks right there, for instance. But some enemies will have weak points that you can target in particular to take them down faster. You know, basically it's changing your combo well. Here we're only seeing 2 members in battle, but eventually you'll be able to have 4 in your party with 2 in support slots. So if you want to like team up with those for co-op attacks, you'll have them.
Yeah, it does look a little bit more action-based.
Okay, and so you are.
It does have this similar from previous Tales, but it looks like it just. I mean, this is just from looking at it. I actually have to feel it. I actually play it to see what it feels like. Like, how does it feel in contrast to like Tales of Berseria or like Tales of Zestiria? You know, how does it feel? It looks smoother.
And so what's cool about her is when she defends, like her sword can.
Looks like the combat flows a bit smoother.
Block attacks for other characters. If you
But I have to see it.
who wants to play like
It looks snappy.
tank defense, like she's a good. I really liked Rinwell, the magician character, because like I love my long range.
I'm curious, like how the combo meter and how the different things function.
My time with the demos is every character plays very differently, and at any time, like I said, you can, and even you'll want to swap because some characters are better. Like Shion here, for instance, she's got a special ability that lets her take down like winged characters quicker.
Oh, sweet, yeah. For context, I never played the Tales game actually. I'm really excited to play this one. It's gonna be my first one, so I'm kind of wrapping my head around like what my expectations should be for this game. But it sounds like there's a similar.
Well, no, I mean, it's just to give you a general idea, though. I mean, obviously, playing it firsthand is the best way to determine if something's good. But at the same time, do you want to gamble your money? That's what I worry about. Because, you know, it's not like I can just play it for free. And say, oh, play it for free, you know, without putting any money down so you can try it out for 2 hours. You can't do that. You have to spend money. I could buy it on Steam and then refund it if I don't like it in 2 hours. That's one way to do it. But you got to fork out the money up front. But I wish there was, like, you know, a demo for every single game. Just so you can get kind of a decent taste of the game for, like, you play it for, like, 30 minutes. just to see what it plays like, see if it's any good. Because otherwise, you're just gonna blindly give money, and you're like, "Oh, I played it. Oh, I didn't like it. Well, no refund. Sorry." That's what sucks.
Quite a few times and got some of the best equipment in the game. So you're constantly like playing this balancing act of like, how much do I want to explore? Because you could easily run up this dungeon. There it is, right there. Yeah, run up this dungeon and get to the end super fast if you wanted to. I spent a lot of time here because I have a rule: no treasure chests left behind ever. I like to get everything. I'm that person with 99 of everything when the game ends.
Yeah, that's me. That's exactly how I play. I get everything. Never leave any stone unturned. I'm a hoarder. Yeah, I will say in a game like this, I'd probably be spending 100 hours on it easy. Knowing how I am.
To get certain items, so that's something to consider. But like I said, it's risk reward because you could spend all your CP and then get to the boss, and the boss battle is actually is where I have found the game to be a challenge, just because they demand a lot from you. So
oh, you didn't hear my Sonic answer? I said Sonic CD is probably my favorite, or Sonic Mania.
They noticed a lot of players were using would just it became a game about stats, right? Leveling up as much as possible to.
But at the same time, Herkimer, do you expect me to just go waste $60? I mean, it's my money. I'm just not gonna go waste $60 to go. Oh, look, I didn't like it. Oh well. Yeah, that's happened to me a few times where I buy a game for like that much and I hated it, and I couldn't refund it. And you know, how do you think I feel? Spending 2-3 hours on a game, I couldn't refund it, and I'm stuck with a $60 game I don't want to play. That sucks when that happens. I'm skeptical about a lot of shit because, you know, I just don't want to spend that kind of money on a game. And lately, most games I think have been pretty shitty. Like they were hyped. They're just mediocre.
Sure.
Like you look at, oh man, you see people get hyped about something, and a lot of times it's so artificial. You know, just because it's this game, it's gonna be good, and then it turns out it's just mediocre, or it's really bad. It's like, oh, and there's 3 games already. I just look at it, 3 games that I was skeptical about getting. You know, I thought I wasn't gonna be skeptical, and and then I saw the reviews, I saw the complaints from other people, and I'm like, oh man. You know, like Chris Tales. It's like, oh man, this looks amazing. And then I see all the reviews from various people, and the combat system was the biggest problem. And I'm like, that doesn't sound good for me. I don't like turn-based that much. It better be a damn good turn-based for me to enjoy it. Otherwise, I'm not going to play it.
For this one, we're obviously in the fiery round. We're about to try to make our way to the boss.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, obviously somebody like me who reviews a game, I think my opinion is more honest, rather than someone that's paid to do a job.
Just from me playing, there's a lot more interactions in the boss battles that just serve.
You actually like Sonic's Unleashed, really?
I remember playing this, and the start of
RPGs. Oh, be right back once I use the restroom. Be right back.
I got to the end of this boss battle, and I'm like, damn, that ended with a bang. Like, you know, you're like, all right, now I'm ready. Now I have learned all the basics, and bring it on. I remember being very impressed. Yeah.
No, and I love, like, so I see we got a regular sword, and then we got this flame spear wand.
Nope, here's back into that, how you get
the
titles, and yeah, so each title you get, you'll unlock throughout the game through dialogue has like 5 spots. Oh, this is the boss, this is him.
Okay, alright.
Hold on.
Sorry about that. I need the restroom. Take a piss. So yeah, I mean, Unleashed's best Sonic game. Yeah, well, that's what I mean. When you hear my opinion, when I review games, I'm very honest. And a lot of times, I'll review games in a negative light when everybody else is viewing it in a positive light. Like, for example, I remember when I did a review for Indivisible. I don't know if you've heard of that game. I did a review, and then a couple people said, you know, you're one of the few people that's just been honest about that game and calling it out for its bullshit, realizing it's just a mediocre game. You know, and they appreciate the honesty because everybody else is like, you know, oh god, it's amazing, best game, 9 out of 10, 10. And I'm like, dude, it's not that good.
I had to dodge
Like,
this, baby.
like, stop saying it's that good.
And I mean, that
It's
can't
not.
be anything good, right? Oh,
No.
oh yeah, here we go.
Oh, I
Come
like
on,
this
you
guy.
two, you got this.
This giant chain.
This is why I'm like, we gotta show the boss fight, right?
Yeah,
like,
for
look
real.
at this thing.
It's the size of him.
Yeah, right?
Oh shit.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Okay.
Why is his life so much? He's got so much health. Why is his health bar so big?
Yes.
And like just snipe from afar and like.
Fight's gonna take forever.
There's a lot of healing arts too, like healing magic. I should say arts or magic, special attacks as well. But yeah, she's very good at that, and like she has this own perk of hers where she can like launch these like grenade bombs at the enemy too. When I played through this first chapter, I focused on Elfin, this dude we're controlling right here.
Fortnite booty.
Main character, but him and Xion kind of both complement each other. They're both polar opposites, so they've got that, you know, sassy banter between them. I wonder if they'll fall in love. Who knows? But yeah.
So I see Elfin has his flame sword. Can that be swapped out for a different weapon later on, or is that like his
That's his
signature?
special.
Oh, it's like little cutscene attacks when you can do when they do certain moves.
You can equip him with, but yeah, the flame sword is part of his perk. You have to be fair. Elfin can't feel pain, so see how this sword is kind of burning him. That's why he can use it, and Xion compliments him well because she has a lot of healing arts, so she can, you know, step in there and heal him up. But he can't tell when he's really injured, so she needs to like, dude, watch it.
That's a neat concept.
So does that mean he takes more damage?
The combat looks interesting.
Yes, when he's using
I have to,
that, yeah,
I have to
but he's
play it
also
though to see if
putting
it's something I like.
damage. So there's again some risk reward to it. There's the strike with their special attack.
Oh, that looks awesome. The flaming swing. I'm all about it.
Took him out.
This game is cool.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh, you're just getting started, by the way. Don't think K-Star made sure she didn't disappoint here.
For real.
Oh no!
Oh no.
He has this mask on from the beginning of the game and doesn't know why.
Oh, that's why he looks that way. Like Max was cut in half.
Stairway to heaven.
And so he has like all these memories, but he can't piece them together of what's going
Well,
on.
anyway, he looks that way, so that's the reason why he looks that way.
The typical RPG. I lost my memory.
Yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles is actually a good game. That's a good RPG.
These little flashbacks of him.
Open world action RPG.
Okay, here is where it all begins.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
This is cool. So K-Star.
Omega Boomer.
Like, oh my god.
Nah, that's what you like, Samurai. That's cool.
Kim, we've got about
Nothing wrong with Sonic Adventure and Unleashed.
that you want to talk about before we wrap
I'm not a big fan of the 3D Sonics that much, though.
I'm super excited for this. What I played, really
Because the game looks good. You know, so far it looks good.
like I said, in the first
But I need to actually play it to see how it feels.
two characters, so I'm excited to see more of the party.
It's just, I'm just basing it off. I'm just watching a boss fight and a couple little pinky fights. I need to actually see the whole world and see the rest of the gameplay.
Yippee, you know? Now you got this guy coming at you, and I
Wow, okay.
Yeah, so see, you thought that was the boss?
Oh god, you gotta fight both of these guys at the same time?
And it's pretty freaking cool, that's all I'll say. And lots of, like I said, I've been very optimistic about all the improvements, so I can't wait to just get the game full and see how the whole adventure plays out, because everything I've seen looks great.
Awesome. Well, when does Tales of Arise come out, and which platforms?
Yeah, September 10th, so we're like a month out.
Less than a month away.
That's crazy. And for PS5, Xbox Series
This might be a good game.
S, PS4,
Yes, I'll wait for the. I'm still gonna wait for the reviews and see what people's opinions say,
Switch.
just to get an idea.
It'll be on PC as well.
So far, it looks good.
Well, Kim, John, thank you so much for joining me. for this episode of New Gameplay Today, and thank you to everybody else out there for watching. We will see you in the next one. Bye.
It's good though. So far, it looks good. Werehog. Yeah, as far as new games, it's just those.
Early reviews are in.
I don't see anything else. Anything else major? I have Final Fantasy VII Integrate. I haven't played it yet, though. I plan to eventually. I got a lot of games, dude. Like, I have a lot of games on my shelf. Like, a lot. It's just being more in the mood, I guess, for the game. There's a lot of games I want to play, but it's just, you got to be in the mood. I mean, just because you have games doesn't mean that you're in the mood to play them. So that I can attest. There's, you can have all the games you want in the world, but if you're not in the mood to play it, what's the point? Oh yeah, Blaster Master 3. I forgot about that one too. Let me see. Get a review on that one. Blaster Master. Let's see. There's no review? Did no one review this shit? Kind of surprising. Huh. No one's reviewed this game. Weird. Out for like a week. There you go. I'm gonna do this one. I did play the first two.
Growing up, I never thought I'd be playing the Blaster Master series into my 30s, but here I am heading out once again with the Frog and the Tank. Blaster Master 03 continues the adventure of Jason and Eve, but raises the stakes higher than ever before. There's a lot on the line in the century, and given that it's said to be the finale, you can expect it to be the most difficult.
I played the first two games. The first one's good. The second one's even
Blaster
better.
Master 03 opens with Jason and Eve returning to planet Sophia, attacked, and then thrown into prison. However, Jason isn't one to waste time and takes the opportunity to bust out and manage Sophia, which has been stripped of its upgrades. This leads him to Kane, who reveals that Eve is in a bad place of corruption as the immune cells attacked her body. If it's discovered that she is the cause of the sudden immune invasion on planet Sophia, then Kane will have no choice but to kill her. However, Eve escaped, so Jason sets off to find her, following a radar that leads him to her position. What's discovered is that her DNA is somehow affected by this radar, which leads Jason to simply visit them all. Still, this is all tied into the progression as areas are blocked off unless you have the proper upgrades. Traversal isn't limited to only seeking necessary upgrades though, as players can challenge themselves through optional dungeons that waiver a risk-reward system. Each floor tests your skills, and you can either leave at the end or continue to the next floor. The floor is capped off with a slight upgrade to speed and other various stats. These are not procedurally generated, but you'll lose everything checkpoint and be sent back if you die on the last floor. But I will say that the opening of the game is probably the worst for longtime fans because G Sophia is back to basic movement skills. However, some really cool upgrades are just waiting around the corner, introducing unique ways to take on enemies and traverse through the levels. This is a hardcore action platformer, and from early moments you'll find out that this game is not going to take it easy on you. Instant death traps, numerous enemy types, and puzzle-esque dungeons stand in your way of finding Eve. One of the more unique aspects of Blastermaster 03 is the dimensional portals that you can enter, using the new VRV system. These appear all over the map and send you to an alternate reality where Jason can't survive for very long. If you ever are stuck in the game, you should probably jump in one of these portals to find your way through. I felt like it was an episode of Kamen Rider as Jason transforms into a more powerful suit that can withstand this dimension. It ultimately gets the most out of each level as you can use this mode as another means of navigating dungeons. Controlling G Sophia isn't always easy. Sooner or later you will acquire G Sophia SMV, but controlling it is not equivalent to an Italian plumber or a blue bomber. It's a tank. It took me a while to adjust to these floaty controls, but then you can unlock an upgrade where spider legs can be equipped and things become more manageable. In fact, bosses in the game typically leave players with upgrades related to their attacks. They are needed to progress the adventure, but nothing is ever that easy. Enemies in the game are constantly evolving to piss you off. They will do everything from taking your energy to swarming around you as a group. I don't know who to be more annoyed at, the challenging bosses or the tons of enemies. Regardless, I was having a lot of fun figuring out the easiest way to take them down. Aside from G Sophia's constant upgrades,
This one felt a lot harder than the last
typically,
game.
enemies are weakest to a few specific weapon types, so playing around with them is necessary. The game allows you to hotkey 2 weapons to your shoulder buttons along with your equipped weapon for 3 weapons to use at a time. I appreciated this as I constantly didn't need to go to the menu to switch my weapon type. However, the best move you'll need to perfect in the game is the blast counter, which is needed for dungeons and bosses alike. This appears as a target on an enemy's head after they attack, and with the press of a button, Jason will swing in and deal damage. This can also be chained together for multiple enemies. Interestingly, other characters will join Jason's cause, some of whom were enemies in the previous titles. These provide insights to the story to fill you in on the blanks, and they can even lend some of their power. You'll constantly be finding new ways to address combat, and that continues up until the very end. However, you'll want to travel back at some point to pick up items that you may have left behind. Blastermaster is a beautiful 2D action game. The level designs, explosions, and dialogue sections
We'll say the
all retain that
graphics are really had a
and it's probably
significant
the best
upgrade.
it's ever been in this entry.
Looks a lot. There's a lot more going on in this
Every
game.
moment as you fight your way through. While the challenge is kept high for a reason, I believe the save system needs a lot of work. Players can interact with checkpoints in the game. However, the first interaction with a checkpoint will save the state of your current game, and you cannot re-interact with that checkpoint. This is
To play the Blastermaster games on Nintendo.
clear out a room of items before
a
a
good
difficult
game.
section, save it, and then take on the hard part. Instead, you'll be stuck in a constant loop of collecting the items you didn't get before you touched the checkpoint as you keep dying at the challenging section, which makes the game wildly repetitive. I hope they make it so that checkpoints can be triggered every time you interact with it. Furthermore, the direction can be confusing in various sections when it's hard to distinguish if you are in the alternate dimensions or the real world, as some designs look strikingly similar. However, the map menu is competent after you understand it and typically lays out where you need to go. Blastermaster 03 is the perfect way to cap off this series for longtime fans. It's highly encouraged that you play the previous titles, given that the challenge here is significantly higher than those entries. This is a game that will test your 2D action skills to the fullest with unique upgrades for Jason and G Sophia SV through difficult platforming sections, dungeons, and bosses. However, as a reward, you'll be treated to an amazing finale of an over-the-top narrative about a man named Jason who followed a frog named Fred into a portal. Noisy Pixels giving Blastermaster 03 an 8 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Please read the full review on Noisy Pixels.
Yeah, I'll say something I was. Like I said, I'll pick it up.
To deliver news, reviews, previews, and more.
Sounds like it's a good
Subscribe
game.
to keep up with all our features.
Oh, Metacritic. Metacritic gave it 80%. So it sounds like it's really, really solid. 89. So I don't mind it being hard. That's fine, as long as it's fun. But it is the final game, so at least I get to see the conclusion. Oh, Knuckles Chaotix. I've never played that game, surprisingly. Because it was on a... I forget, what platform was that game? It was on Saturn, wasn't it? I think it was. Was it on Saturn? I don't remember. It was a long time ago, Knuckles Chaotix. Or, I don't remember what platform it was on. Oh man, it's been a while. Yeah, I'll get this game when it's probably on sale. It looks fun. So there's a few games in here I do want to get, so it's not like it's all doom and gloom. Because there's a couple good games that come out. It's just there's been a lot of mediocre ones too. Yeah, 2 weeks is going to be exciting because of that Tormented Souls game. So I'm looking forward to that. It's at 550. 550. All right. I think that's about it. All right. I think I'm gonna call it a night, guys. I gotta get to sleep. I gotta get up at 1 o'clock. I gotta take care of some stuff. Important phone call and some stuff. Gotta download some stuff. Help my dad with some stuff. But I think this weekend is the finale for Evo, so I think they're gonna show the Guilty Gear trailer on. I think it's gonna be on Sunday or Saturday. Probably Sunday. I have a feeling it's gonna be Sunday night. They're gonna show the final trailer. So I'll try to. Maybe I can catch it sometime. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know when the finals are happening on Sunday. Let me see. Evo schedule. 2021. Schedule. 13th, 14th. The 14th, so Saturday. Trying to find Evo Online Series. Does it not say? Trying to find the schedule. Schedule. Yeah, it's gonna be Sunday. They're gonna show the trailer more like so the 15th. 15th top 5. It's 2 to 3 p.m. is the finals top 8 for Guilty Gear Strive. So probably after that they're gonna show the trailer. That's more than likely what's gonna happen. Trying to find it. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a Guilty Gear Strive. Sunday. Yeah, 2 to 5. 2 to 5 for North America. So top 8 for Asia is going to be 3:30 to 6:30. So probably right after that's over, they're going to show the trailer. We'll see what happens. Alright. But anyways, thanks for watching Herkimer, Samurai, and then everybody else Lide. So good to see all of you. Like I said, I'll be back on tomorrow. Usual time. Probably not going to stay up too late tomorrow because I got to get up at 10 o'clock in the morning because I got to meet up with. There's supposed to be a guy supposed to come out and fix my stove. So he's going to be here between 10 and 2 in the 10 and 2. So I got to make sure someone's up. And then Saturday, well, after I get off work at 10, I might play some more Ease 9. And then Saturday, probably be Ease again. I'm trying to finish up Ease by next week. Get that done. So, anyways, thanks, guys. You guys have a good one. See you guys later. Take care.